Yes, Paul again from MK Scholars. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing great, and of course, welcome again to our YouTube channel, MK Scholars English. Today, I'm bringing one of the most prestigious scholarships that you could ever find. It's a Chevening full-funded scholarship in United Kingdom, and of course, if you're an international student, if you're an African student and been dreaming of studying in the UK on a full-funded scholarship, this is your time. It's now possible. You make sure you grab this opportunity with all your heart and energy, and of course, remember to share this opportunity to your friends and families for also them, not to miss out about this prestigious opportunity. And of course, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna show you how to apply for this. Of course, we get into it in into details. I'm talking about the available programs. Showing you the required documents, and of course what you have to do to make your application stand out from others. Because as I always tell you, this kind of the scholarship that's gonna be applied by so many students, and of course you gotta make sure that you make your application stand out from others. For you to stand a chance of being selected. And of course, the last but not the least, I will guide you to apply for this from the first step to the last step. And if you have a question, if you have an idea that you'd like us to, just drop it in the comment and I will get back to you through the comment section. And if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, you make sure you do that today, because we are uploading so many opportunities that you don't wanna miss out. Okay, and as always, we're in our website. It's called MK Scholars, and if you want to visit, just go to the Google and then write MK Scholars, and then it's gonna pop up fast. Okay, and it's a Chevening full-funded scholarship in United Kingdom, and this opportunity for those who are looking for scholarships, for their masters studies. So if you wanna do your masters in United Kingdom, in the UK, England, then you gotta make sure that you apply for this opportunity, or you can contact us. Our number is 079 again 86111614 application assist. So let's do it. Applications are now open for 27, 28 Chevening scholarship. This is one of the world's most prestigious full-funded international scholarship programs. Because as I told you earlier, it opens every year. Because I remember last year, this is when it had opened, because it always opens on 4th of August. Okay, and then you make sure you apply before the deadline, because the deadline is it's gonna be 6th of October 2026. You can see now we have almost more than 2 months. And of course, as I said, to apply for this opportunity, you gotta also have apply for the admission at any university in the UK, and then that's what I'm gonna show you. Okay, and talking about the scholarship benefits, as I said, it's one of the the prestigious scholarship that you could ever find. It's gonna cover full tuition fees, monthly living, so much monthly living allowance, travel cost, from your home country to United Kingdom, and even when you're done with your studies, it's going to be provided with you from United Kingdom to your home country. And then talking about the arrival and departure allowances, cost of one visa. What can I say? You just have to know that each and everything is going to be covered, under this scholarship. That is why I'm telling you, gotta have to apply for this opportunity. Okay, talking about the eligibility criteria, of course, that's what you have to start with when you're going to apply. You gotta be a citizen of Chevening, eligible country, and of course, all African countries. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, when you're going to apply for this opportunity, you're gonna have to make sure that are you a member of Chevening eligible country. To do that, you have to go here, because the application have been provided to you through here, and then you come here, your country, search your country. If maybe, let me take an example as applicants from Rwanda. You click here Rwanda, and then you see if it's available in your country. Okay, you have to choose here. You see, for the applicants from Rwanda, you can see you are now eligible to apply for the scholarship and even for the fellowship, because there are two different programs. Okay, depending on the country that you come from, you find that you are eligible for the scholarship or maybe fellowship, or maybe even both of them. Okay, you can see the applicants from Rwanda, you can apply for the scholarship and even for the fellowship. But that's what we're doing. We are applying for the scholarship, and then I click here search. You can see Rwanda is eligible, among the countries that are eligible to apply. Okay, that's what you have to do. And then once you are done, finding out you are eligible to apply, of course, you gotta make sure that you have already completed your undergraduate degree, that qualifies you, to apply for this. I mean, to get the admission in ITD. I mean, in UK masters programs. And of course, one of the things that I also talk about, you gotta make sure that you apply to 3 eligible UK masters degree programs. What I'm saying is that yes, you're going to apply for this Chevening scholarship, but then of course, you also have to apply for 3 eligible UK master's degree programs in the UK. Okay, you have to apply for the scholarship and then you apply for the admission. But of course, you can just start with each that you want. You can start with applying for this Chevening scholarship, and then we're done with it, and then you go ahead and apply for the admission in the United Kingdom. That is why I have put our number here. If you need assistance, please contact us. Okay, 079-86-111-61, or you can also contact us on another number that is 078-77 32686. Let me repeat again, 078-77 32686. Okay, so let's continue talking about the available programs. From what you can know is that all the programs are available under this program. What you have to do, you're gonna make sure that the program that you're applying for, it's a full time, and of course it's gonna be starting in September, not in spring. Okay, you're gonna make sure it's a full, it's fall intake. Okay, and of course you're gonna make sure that the program that you're applying for, it's gonna only last for 1 year. Okay, you don't have to go, above that. So that is why I'm telling you that if you wanna do your masters in the United Kingdom for 1 year, this is one of the prestigious scholarships that you could do ever find. Okay, and then talking about the application procedures, because that's one I'm gonna take my time on. As I said, you're gonna have to mention to confirm that is what you have already done. You have to always to check. You just have to insert your account and then you see if you're eligible to apply for this opportunity. You can see the example that I gave you for Rwandan students. You can see they are now eligible. Let me take an example for another country. You come here, maybe let us take an example for Liberia. You can see Liberia here, and then you see they are eligible for the scholarship as well. And then if you're also from Liberia, any African country, I hope you guys are eligible to apply for this opportunity, because this is one, as I said, this is one of the one kind of scholarship that you could ever find. Okay, proceeding, you can see once you have already verified that you are eligible to apply for this, of course you're gonna have to search for and select 3 eligible UK master's degree programs, because as I told you, you have to apply for this Chevening scholarship, but also on the other hand, you also have to apply for the admission in at UK university. And then of course 3 programs that you have to choose. What you have to do that, let me show you how to do that. For this ring, if you find all these rings 3 here when you click here, because it's a home page, and then you can just explore other links that you want. Then for this for the program, how to search for the program, of course you have to choose any university in the UK, and of course you gotta make sure that you choose the university that doesn't charge application fees, because if you choose the university that is charging application fees, of course you're gonna have to pay for it. But then there are universities in the United Kingdom that does not charge application fees. This is one of the universities that you have to choose. Let me just give you an example. Let me choose maybe Oxford University, and then you click search, and then you can see the programs that are eligible. That are available at University of Oxford and eligible. At the same time, you can see architecture, digital media production, conservation, ecology, so many of them. You just have, to make sure that you choose a university in UK that does not charge, application fees. And then you go ahead, and choose, eligible program at that university, and then you apply for it. Once you have already, chosen a university and degree programs, and then you have to start your application for the Chevening, because what I suggest that for all of you guys, you have to start, apply for the Chevening, and then once you are done, applying for the Chevening, and then you go ahead and apply for the admission. Okay, to do that, as I said, I gave you a link here, and you click here, apply, and then you choose your country. As I told you, let me give an example of Rwanda, and then you click here, scholarship, and okay, and then once you get here, and then you click apply. Then once you click apply, this is what's gonna open, and then you click here. You still choose your country here, and and then you choose this, continue, and then I choose an award. It's gonna be Rwanda, and then click continue here. Okay, and then primary address, let me put our email address, mkscholars250@gmail.com, and mobile number 250, you choose it from here, 250 07986111161, and email address, recovery email address. You can just choose any other email that you have. If you have two emails, you can just put that one here and choose post-scholar, and then you click continue. Once you click continue, they ask you to verify them, and then you confirm and continue. Then you can see now that you have been sent an email, and then you can check just your email address, and then find the link, and then you verify it, and then you continue your process. But then what you have to keep in mind, again, let me repeat again, you have to apply for the Chevening scholarship, and then you also do the application for the admission. Two different applications. These are the how many scholarships that you have to do. Two different applications. The one for Chevening scholarship, and the other one for the admission at the university. And then, as I told you, for you to choose the university that does not charge, you have to choose the university that doesn't charge application fees at this scholarship. At this in the United Kingdom. Okay, that is all. And then, of course, as I said, if you have a question, if you have a comment that you would like us to, just write it in the comment, and we'll get back to you through the comment section. Blessings over blessings.